Hey guys, welcome back to Play Retro. My name is Javi, and today I just want to make a quick video about my operating system of choice. If you watched my last video, you already know what that is, or if you'll see it in the title. But yeah, I am running MinUI, and I want to just talk about some of the features of this operating system. Um, I want to show you my setup, how I have it set up, some of the unique things about this operating system, and just basically what I like about it, what I don't like about it. It's not going to be a very long video. I'm try to keep it short and sweet. There isn't really much to talk about with this operating system, but I have found that a lot of people don't really talk about this, and it's kind of an underrating operating system. I also want to talk about my experience with Garlic OS versus this operating system, and how I got here, and why I have this on my my RG35XX. So without further ado, let's go ahead and boot it up. But I just want to make a quick disclaimer. I have modified two things on this operating system. The little customization I could actually do. And one of those things is, sorry, oh, there you go, is the boot logo. I have changed it. I will put the original boot logo on screen so you guys can see. As you can see, I would describe MinUI as a very minimalistic, hence the name Min. It's a lightweight and text-based operating system. So you'll see it boots right into the game room. You saw the boot up time is crazy fast. We'll see that again. I actually want to see if I can show you a timer. I have my phone here. So yeah, I have my phone here. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and as soon as I boot it up, I'm gonna press start. So as soon as we see the light, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna boot it up. So you saw it's like almost 5-second boot up time. Obviously not including pressing the button and stuff, but it's really fast. And that's one of the big benefits of this operating system, because it's so lightweight. It's just super snappy. Like, it doesn't really need anything. You can see here, it goes right into the game room. So I love that, because you're always 2 clicks away from your game. So you go into whatever you want to go, you recently played, or Game Boy Advance, or maybe you want to play a little Genesis, whatever. You're 2 clicks away from anything. So let's go into one of my recently played, Ghosts and Goblins. You already know. Boom. 2 clicks away. I love that. Absolutely love that. Go back. So one really unique feature I want to show you guys real quick is actually something called collections. It's one of the only customizable things you can do in this, but it's amazing. It's really good. Right now I have it set to, I have like certain genres and certain game series put together. So I have like fighting games here, and you can see I have a mix of everything. Some of this is PS1, some of it's like Genesis. There has to be some NES, Super Nintendo in here. I have all the Metroid series up to Game Boy Advance in order. You know, you have your Pokemon series, and there's a lot of application to this, and that's why I really like it. So you can use it for something like your, you know, games you're playing now, games you're planning on playing, whatever sort of collections. You know, the sky's kind of the limit for collections, and it's really good. I'm not going to show you how to do that. It's a little bit annoying to do, because you have to make like a text file on the computer, but the fact that you can do it is really good. Is really nice. And then obviously I have my systems here. I have kept it fairly minimal. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 systems, and then tools. I do want to show you tools. You have 2 applications for this device. One of them is the real-time clock, so you can adjust your time and your date. You can also do 24 hours if you like, which is really good for games that use time, i.e. Pokemon, or I don't know any other time-based game. But you also have a file manager here, which is Dingus. I believe that's what this is called. But yeah, you can delete ROMs. You can move stuff around. You can move things into different, which is good for let's say you're having a problem with maybe like a GBA core, GBA game, and you want to move into a different emulator. You can do that real quick. Yeah, it's nice. It's handy. This is my setup. I want to show you real quick. I'm just power this down. Show you the power off menu. So it says powering off. Going right over here. So like I said in my last video, the SD card is backwards. Yeah, but I am running. It's just a tiny 32 gigabyte card. and I just use one. I am a person. This is about. I enjoy simplicity. I don't like a two-card setup. I think it's just like more headache, more things. It's more money. It's more things to manage. It's more annoying to me. So I'm only running one. Let's get right back into boot up time. Yeah, I always forget how long I have to press the button. Yeah, I love that little. I got this on Reddit. If you like that, you can probably find it on Reddit. Yeah, I actually want to go into like a game so you can see some of the other things that are features of this. So let's go into Minish Cap. I've been playing this game recently. Have not finished it. Oh, let's actually back out real quick. I wanted to show you that real quick. You also have this. So if you have a save state done, you can press X to resume. You'll see right here. So press X, and boom, it goes right into your save state, your last save state. So that's a really, really cool feature. So people are like, oh, you always have to boot it up from the beginning. No, you don't. That's not true. So yeah, let's go into the menu. Amazing part of this OS is basically it's uniform across all your emulators. So this is the menu you'll get with the menu button. So you only have the name of the game, continue, save, load, options, I'll get into that, and quit. So it's very, very, very minimal, very simple. Yeah, you can see here I have a bunch of save slots. It'll show you a screenshot of your save games. I'll create a new one here just so you can see what that looks like. And then boom, you can see it there. I don't know why I went into this last one. I don't remember making this save. That's probably my fault. But yeah, load is the same thing. You have, I think, 8, if I'm counting that correctly. It's more than enough for me. Then let's go into options. Here you have front end. You have your screen scaling, so you can obviously change things like, you know, how the scaling looks. So you can stretch the GBA if you like. I prefer to have things. My setup here is I have color GBA color correction on, and I like to have aspect. I know it's black bar, but it's correct for how it was. I don't run this. I don't run scan lines. I don't run optimized text. I leave this alone. I leave CPU speed alone, and then this is cool as well. Debug HUD. So you can see here, it says shows frames per second, CPU load, resolution, and scaler. So if you go over here, I just turned it on. Now you can see this is the original aspect ratio of the game, and then this is the what it is right now, and it's basically aspect ratio 4x resolution. So this is the native resolution, this is the upscale resolution, and then down here you see this is the frame rate, and this is the CPU load. So yeah, this game is fairly light, only using about 20% of the CPU, and yeah, it's upscaled 4x, so it looks better than it ever looked on GBA, which is awesome. Going back to this, let's just change that back because I just wanted to show you. Turn that off. You also can change your fast forward speed for games like Pokemon or any RPGs that you don't want to sit through, like battles and stuff like that. I do want to get into the emulator stuff. You don't have that many options, and these change per system. So you can I have it here. So like for example, it'll boot into BIOS. So you'll see that you saw that GBA boot logo. Really like that. I have here. Here's the color correction I was talking about. So I'll show you what it looks like if I turn it off. Boom. Yeah. So you can see the color slightly changed. It's not. It's a little bit more vibrant, but I like the little like, subtle muted colors of the original GBA. So I try to keep the color correction on. So let's go back to that. Turn that back on. And yeah, there's some other stuff in here you can check out. You can also modify your controls. You have up, down, left, right, A, B, X, Y. You can also set these to Turbo A or Turbo B, and then you know you have extra buttons you can play with. You also have shortcuts. So yeah, you can make shortcuts for save state and fast forward toggle and stuff like that. So I would probably map that for like X or Y for like a Pokemon game if I'm playing that. But yeah, you can, and here you just save changes. I'm not gonna save anything because I have it how I want it. But yeah, another amazing feature is, I will load this real quick. It'll make a quick save. you have basically like a cart mode where I'll make a quick save for you as you're playing the game, and then you can put in your pocket, you know. Then when you have time again, you don't have to go through all the screens. You can just boot it right up. And it takes a little bit longer, but boom, it goes right back to where you were. I quite enjoy this game. The only shortcut you need to know was something I just did right there, is you hold the menu button and the volume to adjust brightness. And that's in-game. It's global, so you can do it in-game, outside of game. And yeah, it's amazing that you don't need to use RetroArch. So that's really the biggest thing about this. Like, you don't have to deal with RetroArch. RetroArch is a headache and a half, in my opinion. It's like way too many menus. It's like way too many options. And then it's like some settings are buried. You have to go through menus and other menus, and it's like 5 screens to get to the thing you want. Sometimes it's like really, really annoying. I'm not. I like RetroArch. I appreciate it for what it is, but it's way too complicated. And for most people, I think this is way better. And yeah, I want to talk about. So you can see this is a text-based operating system. So you can see the font is really, really nice, and it's black and white. So it's very, very easy on the eyes. It's very easy to read. The text, it looks good. It also takes off like some extensions and like the region of the game. So the game list is really nice as well. And it's just so snappy. Like, because it's lightweight, it's so snappy. And I want to show you something real quick. Nice little touch. For example, here I have Drill Dozer for GBA. This is the GBSP core, and this is a different core. This is for MGBA. So I have 2 of them because this game supports Rumble. So and only MGBA supports Rumble. So like, I like that it labels it for you, so you know, like, hey, this is the Rumble version, this is not the Rumble version. And yeah, that's just a little nice touch. This operating system, I feel, is really, really well polished. The only few gripes I do have, like, I'm not gonna lie, I do miss box art. I enjoy box art a lot, but then I've come to understand that on this screen, I don't see the area you can really put the box art correctly. And I wish there was a way, even on Garlic OS, I just feel like it's very cluttered, and it slows down the device a lot. So I think that this is the way to do it, you know, to enjoy this device. Just have it in this list, this clean list. It goes right into your game room with all your systems. You pick your system, you pick your game, get right back into it. I do want to talk about this. The battery percentage icon is not very accurate, but you know, it's there. I tend to rely on this more. If you can see that on camera, it's not very bright because it's daytime, but it's a good thing that's not too bright, because you know, at night it's not gonna bother you. That's so bright, but it is a little bit dimmer than I'd like. But you can look at it from time to time. If it's red, that's when I would charge it. And I tend to not bother with it. This also features sleep. So you can tap it once and it'll go to sleep. I am not sure how much power that consumes. I have not tested it. I wish I had an answer for you, so I apologize for not having an answer how well this sleep function works. I will do a little bit of research and maybe put something in another video to see how good this sleep actually is. But yeah, you also have this. Oh yeah, so this is the shortcut I was telling you. You can hold it, press up and down for the brightness. But you can also tap it once and it'll tell you the version I'm on right here. So yeah, you see this is the Ambernic RG35XX MinUI 2023-0326. This is the latest build. Yeah, I just wanted to show you that real quick. And yeah, other things I don't like. I wish it had overlays, because like for stuff like color, Game Boy Color, I like overlays. And I'm gonna bring my MinUI Mini Plus, so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, give me 1 second. Hey guys, so here's my MinUI Mini Plus. I've already booted it up for you, so you can see. I do have the white. Whatever. I'll give you a tour of this device one of these days. But yeah, let's get right into for example, I have Game Boy Color Pokemon Pinball. Okay, I think I should be set correctly. So yeah, let's cancel. But yeah, you can see here, I have this nice overlay. I just really enjoy this, right? It looks nice, it's clean. Obviously the screen's a little bit smaller, but you see it says Game Boy Color here on the corner, and it has a little Nintendo on the top. I appreciate that. And then just you see this little dot matrix or whatever this it is. I forgot what it's called, but I have it set. It looks really, really nice, and I enjoy that, and I wish I could put it on MinUI, because I don't feel like it's that much extra. You know, just look how this looks. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Yeah, but it's a little bit more accurate as to how these games used to look, right? Because on that old screen, it didn't look like high res, or it didn't have perfect pixels. And obviously I'm nitpicking, but just for me, I really enjoy this like experience of it looking old. I like for it to look old. Here, just playing a little bit of. And yeah, this is a rumble game, which I really like. You can feel the device if I'm up. Sorry, I'm trying to play through the camera. Yeah, not the point. Going back to this, right? If I don't use it, like it was sleep mode right now. If you don't use it for a certain amount of time, it will power off. That's good. It'll make a quick save for you, so you don't have to worry about anything. But I do want to show you some other things this thing lacks. There is no favorites list with asterisks, so you can create a favorites list in here if you really wanted to. But it is more time consuming. It's not as easy as like you just go into your game and press X or Y like some of the other operating systems. So I wish it was like that, but it's not. But I think with recently played, you don't need both recently played and favorites in my opinion, because I feel like you'll probably be playing it if you really like that game. It, in my opinion. But yeah, you can also do collections to make a manual favorites list. Um, and then also there's no search functionality, so I would keep my games list a little bit short. This one doesn't even show how many games are in here, so I think this one's like 150, this one's like 200 something, this one is like probably 100. I don't have a crazy amount. This one's like 300 something. But yeah, I don't have like there's probably in total around 1,000 games on here. It's not too many, but it's more than enough. And the one thing you saw, I showed you, I have a 32 gigabyte SD card in here, right? And that's not by accident. So I like 32 gigs because, first of all, you don't have to format it to FAT32. A lot of these OSs need to be formatted to FAT32. So anything above this, you'll need to format. It's kind of annoying. But and also you really don't need that much space unless you plan to do a lot of PS1, and PS1 takes up the most space. But you really don't need that much space, and these are so cheap. Just pick up a 32 in my opinion. And also I didn't want to talk about like why I don't like PS1 on this, because one, the PS1 performance is kind of mixed. Like I haven't found every single game works perfectly. And just the buttons, right? You'd have to get buttons that are PlayStation buttons. Like you don't have X, square, triangle, circle. It's different. So for me, I'd rather play anything else. Like up to, these top six are good enough for me. And then PlayStation's like extra. Like I just play like fighting games or whatever in here. I have maybe like Crash Bandicoot and stuff like that, but for the most part, I think it's fighting games. Oh, also one PS1 thing I want to show you real quick is how do you change discs? Because I know somebody is gonna ask. Where is it? I think Resident Evil 2 is 2 discs. I believe this is 2 discs. But yeah, the PS1 has longer boot times, and you can get good performance out of it. But I'm not sure about every single game being compatible. But yeah, I want to show you, look, I booted up, press menu, and then you can see, look, where it says continue, it says disc 1. And then when you finish this part, right, You play through this disc, and then all you have to do is press right, and then boom, you're in disc 2. And you can press continue. So yeah, it's really, really simple. Amazing little feature right there. Also, the way you make this file, you do have to put it into a certain folder, and you have to configure it a certain way. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that real quick. It's really, really cool. And yeah, that's my setup. I also want to show you real quick the charging. Give me 1 second. So yeah, here's the charging cable. Yeah, this is fairly charged, so you can see it. I just adjusted it so it matches the operating system. The one you get with when you install this is just a default. It doesn't really change the charging animation. So I just found one. You can get it on this one. You can get on rg35xx.com. You'll have to go through the menus and stuff to find it, but just wanted to show that real quick so you can have a little nice charging animation that matches the OS. Hey guys, so another really cool thing I just found in the menus. If you go to Game Boy, right, or in the Game Boy menu, go to any game you want. So for this demonstration, I'm just going to show Pokemon Blue, and it's not showing well on camera, but if you go into the menu, go to controls, and in here you can actually map the changing of palettes to your R1 and L1. Now this is a feature you can actually find on Onion OS, which is really cool. I can see it here. So hold on, give me 1 second. I'm just going to turn off the lights in the room. So I turned off the lights in the room. Hopefully you can see this a little bit better. So yeah, I have it mapped already. It's already saved. Just press continue. You can see it's orange. Change it. I'm changing the palette now with the L and R button. So let's go ahead and lower that. It's so awesome just being able to just press one button and just changing it on the fly like that. Really awesome. Look at that. You're a Game Boy fan, you're gonna absolutely love this. So one last thing, I want to talk about my experience with Garlic and how I ended up on this operating system, because I do like all the features and stuff of Garlic OS. But the only thing is I found that no matter what I did, it would just not work properly. It was very buggy. It was very glitchy, specifically trying to play PS1 or SNES. I even found found problems with like Minish Cap for whatever reason. I was using the exact same core I am using on this one, but it was just like glitchy. It would crash. I ran into a lot of crashing, a lot of freezing. I'd get like black screens. It wouldn't even, like, for example, like any SNES, I would try to boot up a game. It would just instantly like turn on, then just go back to the main menu. It just wouldn't work. And I'm like, what is going on? And then when I switched over to this one, or I played stock OS, it was just fine. So I don't know what's wrong with Garlic OS. And I was using the latest build. So, 1.4.9, I believe it was, and I installed it exactly how I watched, like a bunch of videos showing how to install it. I followed the instructions exactly, and every single time I run into the same issue. SNES not working, PS1 not working, then like various GBA games for some reason are glitchy. So to me, that's like super unacceptable, and yeah, that's why I decided to give MinUI a try, even though, I do like box art and stuff like that, but I can't do it. In my opinion, Garlic OS is a bad rip off of Onion OS. Onion OS is way, way, way better, and I wish it was available for RG35XX, but it is what it is. Sorry guys. Sorry, Black Seraph. You're and he really needs to update it, because it really is nice. And it's nice to look at. It's pretty, but it's glitchy, it's buggy, and it's not usable. It's bad. And yeah. So that's the video. Thanks for watching, guys.